This is game 3 between JSP and Reddit. Both are tied at 1-1. Minigun spawning for JSP as the Teal Protoss in the top left-hand corner of Delta Quadrant, and his opponent PsY StarCraft spawning as the green Zerg for Reddit at the bottom right.
Yeah, and again, our Zerg is actually getting pretty lucky with the spawning positions. I mean, on Lost Temple with Chompy versus Myke, we saw cross positions, and this is sort of cross positions for Delta Quadrant. Now, given it does have a much shorter rush distance than a lot of maps, but this is the best you could really hope for. So I haven't seen Minigun actually play. I mean, I saw part of the Idra replay, but that was like from February when everything was completely different. Like it was after the Mothership nerf, when they made the Mothership less awesome. And so I didn't really watch the entirety of that. So I'm wondering what kind of strategies Minigun likes to employ against Zergs. I know the 3-gate push with Zealot Sentry is still very, very strong, and some people are actually saying ZVP is a little imbalanced because of it.
Yeah, sorry, I was just distracted by the APM tab, although that's not really all that important. I was just about to say something. Oh, right, on the pronunciation, if you listen to Idra in any of his interviews, he pronounces it Idra, not Idra, so from the man himself. And now Minigun has seen where his opponent's at. He's going to see cross positions. PsY has yet to know where his opponent is, but he'll know by process of elimination in just a moment what's going on. PsY going for gas before pool, meaning he's going to be going for speedlings.
Yeah, he did go for gas before pool, so he will be able to get speedlings and even banelings if he decides to keep committing to that gas. But I'm wondering what Minigun's going to do. I mean, he did throw down the gas at normal timing, and it sounds like something just went off. Absentis, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Oh no, Absentis cannot hear me. It looks like something got logged off.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, great. I can hear you now.
Right,
and yeah, I was just saying that he did get his gate first, so no kind of cheesy cannon wall in, and pretty solid base construction, so he's going to be okay against any kind of incoming baneling. So I'm wondering what Minigun's planning to transition from here. He still has one gas, and I like this. PsY going to steal that gas. Now, he can either force Minigun to take the gas right now, or he could keep the gas and delay any kind of Sentry Zealot timing push, which is a really, really smart move by PsY.
Yeah, it will prevent teching up really quickly by the Protoss. Minigun being really good, checking for an expansion. We don't see one from PsY yet, pulling off 2 drones from gas, so he's just going to be slowly getting more gas, and he does have boost going down. Another gateway from Minigun, so this is just really standard 2-gate core, and yeah, now he's going to be battling it out for this expansion.
Yeah, really annoying to have that probe there, and he's forced to pull off a few links to kill it off. But he did expand at around 22, so not a super early expansion. He's making sure he does not lose in this best of 1 very early. And Minigun's actually saving up all of his chrono boost, so I'm wondering what he's doing it for, because, yeah, there we go, finally putting the chrono boost on the cybernetics core and using it again on this building. So it seems to be that maybe Minigun was just waiting to see what PsY would do before he started using that chrono boost, because I can't imagine a player of his caliber just didn't macro well.
Yeah, no, I imagine he's just reacting to what PsY is doing. And PsY, poked up a little bit, didn't see much of anything, and sees that Zealot's on a hold position. So won't be able to get in for too long, but he does know he's got a somewhat of a contain, and with that stolen gas, he's going to be able to see any kind of movement going towards the expo, and especially if Minigun Maynards any drones over, or rather probes, they will be spotted, so pretty smart move. Lair now coming up for, nope, a little bit of engagement at the base of Minigun's ramp, and nope, it wasn't a lair, it's just that hatch, which is now finished.
Yeah, now he's throwing down that 3rd gate, so he's actually looking to expand really early, so it's a pretty solid play. I mean, I think once PsY sees it, he'll feel free to even throw down another expansion of his own, because he knows the aggression is not going to come in for a while, but still not even getting his layer tech, so I think he's suspicious of a 4-gate timing push, which is why he put down those 2 spine crawlers, but he'll be absolutely fine, and he'll know that fairly shortly as he moves in, hopefully with that Overlord to scout. There we go. Perfect timing from him. So, yeah, we're going to see a pretty smooth transition from Minigun into a 2 base. I think a lot of gates and then a robo timing push with Colossus. which is you can't really blame him for that, as PsY sends a lot of links across the map. So he's going to do quite a bit of damage, I think. Okay, decided to pull back. And I think he does know that the expansion is up, so I'm wondering how he'll respond.
Yeah, it's smart by Minigun. He's just grabbing gas at his expansion. He is working away at the top, but he's not devoting huge amounts of time to it. So smart play by him there. And just, yeah, we got an observer coming out. We'll be probably seeing Colossi, as you said, but for the moment, 3-gate Robo and PsY. With that great Overlord Scout, we'll be able to see exactly what's going on inside of Minigun space.
Yeah, and I'd really like to see PsY, now that he knows what's up, he saw all the tech, he's even going to see what comes out of that Robo. He knows what's up, so I'd like to actually see him try to expand again, because you don't really want to be on equal basis with Protoss. Oh, and there we go, a lot of links, getting a nice round, some decent force fields, but not really doing the job that they need to. They need to be closer to the Stalkers. A lot of those Stalkers going down, Force of Warp, and a lot of Zealots who are eventually going to fight this off. But he did kill the gas-heavy units, which is really, really good by PsY. As Minigun is staying on top of his macro, though, and he does have second base up, and it's going to start to saturate that over time.
Yeah, it was an excellent choice for PsY to target those ranged units. He is getting out a Roach Warren, so with a ranged unit, you can kite those Zealots indefinitely. It looks like, I think PsY has a Overlord still inside the base. Oh, poking with him, Zerg to see if he can do any economic damage, but he's going to be chased away by those Zealots.
Yeah, not doing too much damage there, but he is forcing Minigun to make a lot of units, especially those Zealots, which are sort of going to go out of date as soon as these Roaches are on the field. So I really like this move from PsY. He doesn't seem like a macro-hungry, very greedy player at all. He seems to be very, very content to expand slowly, only when he knows he absolutely has the advantage. And as we see that the Immortal is actually coming out to combat these Roaches. But yeah, I like how PsY is not allowing his Protoss player to just sit back in macro, constantly poking in there, trying to get a good look at what the Protoss is doing, and taking control of his Xel'Naga Watchtower in the middle. So he has complete flow of information control, I think, except for the fact that that one observer is there.
Yeah, I know there's a observer or an overseer rather, somewhere. I'm desperately trying to go around the map. Did it get taken out? Nope.
Yeah, no, it's still around. It's actually right over the cliff of the natural layer.
Oh, alright, I grabbed it. Actually passed by that observer. But yeah, PsY's getting a pretty sizable force. He's bringing up a whole bunch of Overlords, I believe, to start a creep highway. It looks like he might be thinking of doing a pretty big push here.
Yeah, and I love this move in with the Lings and then the pullback, because he gets a good look at the composition. Now I think he's pretty comfortable moving in, and that Immortal needs to be micro to the back, because it's going to be the primary target here. If PsY can kill off that Immortal, that would be really good. But excellent force fields. Force PsY to reposition. He is killing a lot of Zealots, though. So we'll see how this engagement fares. There's no more force fields available, and I think PsY should actually pull back after killing these Zealots, because that mix right there is going to do a lot of damage to his Roaches. Unless he can snipe that Immortal. Oh god, that's so bad for Minigun. Losing a lot of units and forcing full probes off the line. I don't know what he can do right here.
Yeah, PsY's putting on a lot of pressure. Sniping that Immortal was huge. Right now he looks like he's going to be on the losing end of that, so he should probably pull away. But he's still flooding in more reinforcements from his base. 8 Roaches coming. PsY is just going to be pounding away with these Roaches here.
Yeah, it's so high APM if you look at that. PsY is averaging about 150 right here. I'm pumping out a ton of Roaches. It's constant Roach production. As we see that there's 24 Roaches on the field, getting a nice up close and personal with those Stalkers, and gonna snipe another Immortal. So this is terrible for Minigun right now. Oh god, and that force field did not do anything right there. It was really bad for Minigun. And yeah, this natural expansion might go down once these units go down, as he warps in more Zealots. Not going to be at all helpful. So PsY fighting indeed.
Yep, and Minigun, GG's the